Hi everybody, I'm Dasha the non-profit star. Today I want to talk about something which is so interesting. Someone asked me to talk about mentors. I'm Dasha the non-profit star. Regards from DNC volunteers, printed by Maradi. Thank you so much, Maradi, for printing for us with the DNC volunteers. When you hear about a word mentor, what first comes into your mind? And to my own understanding, a mentor is someone you share the same experience with, or someone who has moved the same road like yours, or someone who is moving the same road with you. It may be in the past, maybe in the present. Your mentor can be your neighbor, can be your mother, can be your dad, can be a church elder, can be a church pastor, can be that person in a local community who you look up to. That person may be worldwide, that person may be of your local community. What I know is a mentor does not have to be someone so big, someone so special, but if that person's experience fits in your experience, and you yourself, you believe that he took the right path which you want to take in your life, then you're free to go. You are free to have a mentor. And actually, we all have to be with mentors. We all have to be with mentors, people who inspire us, people who motivate us. That person may be your pastor, that person may be an artist, that person may be an actor or an actress, he may be a youth leader in your community. It doesn't matter. As long as you're relating your personal experience with that person, then that person is right to be your mentor. So me, in my life, I look up to so many people, the present situation and the past situation, the people you look up to and you relate to, and people you feel like whenever you see them, they portray what you want to be in the future. When you look at Dasha, you say, oh my god, I want to be like her, she inspires me. When you look at Daniel, you feel like Daniel is inspiring you, the way he lives his life. When you look at Michelle Obama, when you look at Barack Obama, when you look up at Oprah Winfrey, when you look at your church elder, when you look at that volunteer in your community, when you look at the president in your country, whatsoever, when you look at that person has to be inspiring you. That person don't have to be too rich. Sometimes we get it wrong. I want you to understand this, that your mentor does not have to be so rich. No. And mentoring is free service. When you have a mentor and you go to that person and tells you that for me to mentor you or to give you an advice you have to pay me, then that is not the right person to go with. For me, in my own opinion and in my own perspective, I feel like a mentor is someone who is going to give you a free service, someone who is going to be happy in the end of it all, like when you succeed, when you make your dreams come true. You may be a footballer, you may be a basketballer, you may be a netballer, you may be pursuing your career for drama or for being an actor, or you're pursuing your career to be a musician, whatever it is we are pursuing, and you look up to that person will always be ready to give you a free service. We all need spiritual leaders, we all need spiritual guidance in our lives. That person may be inspiring you, it may be mentoring you physically, emotionally, economically. So we have a right to have any kind of mentor we feel like we want, because we're looking up to them, and we feel like there are some people you find them, they want to be like that person, they are doing what that person is doing. Sometimes you may see someone like that and you blame them, but they are trying to move the same steps those people have moved in their lives, so it's good to have a mentor. It is very good, and you have a right to have a mentor in your life, but you have to choose wisely, because sometimes it may affect you. You have to choose the steps of your mentor wisely, because that is your future. Like, you're depending all your life to the mentor. It is not bad to have a mentor, but we have to be so conscious of how those mentors are into our lives and how they are trying to portray themselves in our life, and what are you going to achieve as a mentor. Your mentor may be your local leader. He may be that person, that old lady in the community, may be that person you've ever heard of, like Mandela. We've heard of Bob Marley. We've heard of so many people who have fought for peace, justice, stability, unity in our communities or in our societies or in our countries. What inspires us the most are the message they gave out to the community. Feel free to be a mentor to someone, and whenever you're giving a service as a mentor to someone, they don't need to pay for it. It's like someone coming to ask you, hey Dasha, how did you do it? How did you start your organization? And you tell them, hey, you're gonna pay me to give you a tip on how I started my organization. No, that's not how mentors do. Mentors always there to give free services. Let me hope you've learned something from my video. And if you like me to talk about something, as someone who asked me to talk about mentors, I feel like you should do more research. You should not rely on mostly of my words, because they are on my own opinion and my own experience. I also advise you to go on, do more research and understand the word mentor. What does it mean in your life? Look back in your past and your present, and you look for those people, the rightful people who can mentor you. We can never do everything alone. You need someone. You need that religious leader. You need that spiritual friend. You need that person in your church, in your community, in your class, at your work. You need a mentor. You need someone you look up to. You need someone you're gonna talk to, and that person is freely going to listen to you. I'm Dasha, the non-prophetista. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you choose wisely your mentors. The word mentor, it's really bold. When I start talking about it, I may take like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. But I want to give you an opportunity to expand your way of thinking. Look upon the word mentor. What does it mean to you? When you hear that word, what first comes into your mind? You can be someone who's mentor. I can be someone who's mentor. You can have so many people who look up to you. It is not bad, but you always have to be there for them, advise them for freely. You don't need them to pay for your services, you know. So thank you so much. I'm glad to be alive, and I hope everyone is coping up with this situation. Don't forget, social distancing is so important. Wash your hands and sanitize, and if it's possible, stay home. And if you have any emergency of going out, use your mask and stay safe. Ciao.